So quick little introduction. As you know, I'm currently in Tetuan in Morocco. I've been here for over a month, but it's time now to move on to the next place. So my plan is to end up in a place called Nadur, but that's a little bit too far to get to straight away, so I'm going to be going via a place called Al Hoceima. I'm really excited because it's going to be my first ever sail overnight by myself. I'm just as excited as I am nervous. I don't know how it's going to go, but I've done as much prep as I possibly can. All the safety stuff is done. My last and final thing to do before I leave is to get my passport stamped out, which is very strange. Like in Europe, for example, when you leave it, once your passport is stamped in, you're free to then go and explore Europe as and when. But in Morocco, what you have to do is you stamp in when you get to a marina, and then you stamp out, and that's it, finished. Sorry, the passport guy just came and gave me my passport back, so that's now done. Yeah, so you have to like stamp out when you leave the marina, then when you get to the next marina, stamp back in. Yeah, in terms of anchoring, it's a bit of a grey area. I don't think they really like it when you anchor here because of all the there's a lot of drug trafficking on the northern coast of Morocco. But okay, passport is done. Now all is left is to start the engine, cast the lines, and get out of here. We have left the marina, and the wind is looking pretty decent. Oh, okay. Woo. All right, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get the head sail out and let's get sailing. So yeah, we're sailing pretty nice. We've got about 20 knots of wind, gusting 25. Now I've actually got 2 reefs in because I was told by another solo sailor, Peter Lawless, legend, if you're sailing by yourself and there's quite a lot of wind, you should put 2 reefs up first, because it's a lot easier to shake a reef out than to put one in, especially when there's high wind. And I'm really glad that I did that because the boat's just moving nicely at about 4 knots. You're doing about 3.5, 4 knots. I'm gonna see how this goes for a bit, and I might shake this reef out and then just have 1 reef in, and yeah, I'm just gonna play around with it and see how we end up. Oh, and also something else as well, you might notice that the head sail isn't out. That is because when I was in the marina, I was just inspecting everything before I left, and what looks like the bearing in the drum is really bad. Like it started to, when I filled the head sail back in, it started to make like a crunching noise. So I decided on this passage I'm not going to be using the head sail until further notice, until I either get a replacement part or get it fixed or whatever. Okay, it's cooking time. Now I know you're meant to do all this in advance, but because it's my first time doing this, I was curious as to see how difficult it was to actually do whilst the boat is underway, which is why I chose a very basic pasta, because it's pretty straightforward and not much ingredients is required. Smash. Fry those up. Tomato paste. Let's get that. Heel. Spices. I've got some pasta water that I saved. Whoa! And bada bim, bada boom. We've got a basic little tomato pasta with some garlic, onions, and some cheese. Oh, I'm hungry already. Let's go. It's currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Still pretty relaxing, there's not much wind. Got about 11-12 knots coming from behind. But these waves just keep getting bigger. I've actually had to put the washboards up because there's one wave that was coming towards us, but I was almost certain it was going to crash over the back of the boat. Like, it was absolutely massive. I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but the waves are just absolutely huge, and it is a little bit scary, to be honest. Oh my goodness. Ooh, yeah. Oof. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh. See what I mean? Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. That is a big one. Wind has just done a complete 180 and is now coming from directly on the nose somehow. I don't know how that works, but yeah. So unfortunately I've had to get the engine on. I cannot believe how beautiful that sunset is. Legit, every like a few minutes I just keep turning around and I'm just like, how is that even real? It literally looks so fake. That is, oh my god, that is so cool. Oh man. I'm sorry, but this video is going to be full of sunset shots. That is, oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, how is that even real? What? Oh my god, that is so cool. So that is it, the sun has now gone down, which means that the night sail will soon begin. Come on baby, just you and me now. We've got this, let's do it. I am a little bit nervous still, to be honest, but I feel a lot more confident after being out for pretty much the whole day today, so I'm feeling pretty good. I'm well rested, I've had some coffee, I've had some food, I'm feeling so ready. So the night passage has begun, and already I can see a vessel dead ahead of me. Well, I can see a light anyway, and whoever it is not showing up on AIS, and it's still too far for me to tell exactly what it is by looking at the light. So I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him. I've got to be extra careful though, because there's some boats around here that without saying too much, they like to deliver certain goods from the northern coast of Africa to Europe, so I've got to be very vigilant of any boats that aren't showing up on the AIS. So I'm going to turn away from him a little bit. When he gets a bit closer, we'll see what the crack is. The time is currently, I don't know, it's 10 o'clock. And the sky is so clear and so beautiful. Engine is still on, unfortunately. The wind is not changing, but hopefully in the next couple of hours it should change.
one thing that's really cool is there's absolutely hundreds of bioluminescence in the water, but not like the ones that I normally see where it's like the little like glitter sparkles. They're like big, they're quite big. I don't know if they're jellyfish that are being triggered, or I don't know, but they are. So I wish I could catch them on camera, but I can't. But there's loads of them, like literally on all the other sides of the boat. It's like little blobs of glowing slime flying off. It looks so cool. I've just woken up from my nap. Pretty good actually. I didn't really sleep like properly, but I was like half asleep where I can still hear what's going on, but I feel pretty well rested. We have some good news. The wind has actually come round. It's back on the stern again, but it's only about 4 or 5 knots. So I need the wind to build up a little bit more before we can just turn the engine off. But yeah, I'm gonna sit out here for a couple of hours now, and just I've got some hot coffee and some biscuits. I'm just gonna chill out for a bit, and then at 3 o'clock in the morning I'll take another nap. The sun has just come up, which means we've completed the night's passage, baby! What? Oh shit, dolphins! Oh, there we are, there we are, hey! Yeah, that was actually a pretty good passage. I feel I timed my little naps pretty well. The wind was okay, it was the waves that were a bit uncomfortable, but even now the waves are still quite big. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, we're about 3-ish, 2.5, 3 hours out. We're arriving at the destination. They're just gonna chill, enjoy the sunrise, have some breakfast, and we should be arriving shortly. Finally checked in. I'm just gonna bring you into here with me because I'm too tired. I'm way too tired to do the whole sit down and chat thing. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this together. Yeah, as per usual, the bureaucrats were ever so kind and ever so understanding, and it did not take over an hour and a half to get me sorted. But yeah, at the end of the day, they're just doing their job, so is it what it is? But I'm checked in now, I'm sorted. So this place is actually really nice. I didn't actually expect it to be a nice place, but the water is crystal clear. There's some really nice like rocky areas around here, and there's a really nice city not far. And it sucks because this place is only meant to be like an overnight stop, like just a couple of days, just reset before heading on to the next place. But it actually looks really nice, so I'm gonna have to just nap a little bit. And then we can go and explore later, but first, sleeping time. Okay, so for pretty much most of the day today I've been sleeping. And the time is, it's now 6:30. I've been sleeping from like 9-10 AM to 6:30, and I feel very well rested from the trip. And yes, I've got no plan. I'm just gonna walk around and see what cool stuff I can find, and find some good food, obviously. Come on, let's go. They look at like this little fish restaurant right next to the fishing boats are docked up. To be honest, usually I would look around for a lot longer before I find a place to eat, but if you find a place that's fresh fish and you can eat outside, I'm instantly sold. short walk over to the city centre Medina area. It's literally like 5 minutes away from the marina, not very far at all. But it's a lot bigger and a lot busier than I actually originally thought. There's loads of very nice places where you can overlook the harbour, and there's some like, nice water fountains there. It's really cool. This camera has literally just saved me, I'll tell you why. Because I stopped to get the camera out and film, and this flipping seagull right there just did like the biggest poop ever right where I was about to walk. So if I didn't just stop to get the camera out, that would have gone straight on my face. You're nasty. But yeah, anyway, we're back in the marina now. That cafe was actually really nice, quite a cool vibe in there. It's really lively. But I'm still so tired. So I'll come back to the marina so I can get some rest. This marina is really nice. There's no one here. It is completely empty. Yeah, and it's still like, so the main office is there, and these are all the kind of like bars and restaurants that are going to be built, but they've not been finished yet. I think they started to build it, and halfway through that's when Corona kicked off. So I do this all the time, for God's sake. I do this all the time, especially when I come in. I leave the bloody lights on. Yeah, I think we deserve a pat on the back. That's quite a big milestone for me, doing the overnight sail by myself. And so we're probably going to be here for like 2 nights, and then we're going to do another overnight sail to Nador, which is going to be awesome because the weather does seem a lot nicer towards then.